Hi, I'm Robert Osborne. Throughout January, we're having some long, lingering looks at films about gangsters, and from all angles, too. We've shown examples of gangsters fighting lawmen and gangsters in film noir, gangsters who all looked like Edward G. Robinson. We've also had some very entertaining visits from a real movie gangster, Frank Vincent, who appeared in the movies Goodfellas and Casino. And Frank's going to be joining us again later as we spend some time with gangsters in the slammer right now. How some of the bad boys behaved according to Hollywood when they were sent off to the big house. And that's actually the title of our first movie, The Big House. It's a very tough, hard-boiled movie about prison life, made by MGM back in 1930 and starring Wallace Beery, Robert Montgomery, and Chester Morris. And one of the very interesting things about this movie, I think, is that it was written by a woman. Her name was Frances Marion, and she won an Oscar for her screenplay of this movie, The Big House. Before starting work on the script, Frances Marion paid a visit to San Quentin prison for research purposes, and as she told about it later, she said she was heckled and shouted at, not just by the prisoners, but also by the guards. But Frances Marion wasn't fazed by that, not a bit. She'd been a newspaper reporter and a war correspondent during World War I, so there wasn't much that did faze her. And out of that visit, she got the material that led to a very powerful script and a very powerful movie. The Big House was nominated for an Oscar as Best Picture of its year. It also earned Wallace Beery an Academy Award nomination. Beery in a role that had actually been intended for the great Lon Chaney. This was to have been a Lon Chaney movie, but Chaney died just shortly before the film went into production. So here, without Chaney, but with Robert Montgomery, Louis Stone, Chester Morris, and certainly Wallace Beery, The Big House.